I had pity on a couple of cats, and of course, in due time, those two cats became 14 cats, and then they would have become about 24 cats, except one litter of cats was neglected by its mother, and one by one those kittens died, even though I did my best to prevent it, because you see, I really am a bleeding heart liberal. But you know, if those cats had the right to vote, if those cats could register to vote, if a bunch of people came through the neighborhood on a registration drive and signed up those cats and extended to them the right to vote, and my cats, of course, would vote for whoever gave them the best cat food most frequently. And frankly, they would prefer to have tender victuals served to them in a crystal goblet by a butler wearing white gloves. If they had their choice, they would have tender victuals. All I give them is handfuls of dry cat food from Purina. And you know what? I hate to sound like a mean person, but you know, I actually throw it on the ground. Cats don't really appreciate that. They don't like eating food off the ground. They'd rather have tender victuals served in a goblet, a crystal goblet, by a butler wearing white gloves. And they don't want anybody to call, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." They don't like that. The butler need only to take a spoon and tap gently, very gently, on the side of that crystal goblet. Ding, ding, ding. And that's it. That's all a cat needs to know. He knows when he's hungry, the tender victuals will be there, and he'll get around to it when he gets around to it. He'll go nibble at those tender victuals. But if those cats had a right to vote, you know what? That is the way crooked politicians are in bringing uninvited aliens that simply walk across our borders, that simply come into this country because somehow or another one of their relatives managed to get into this country, and so his family or her family joins him or her, and they all end up on welfare, and they all end up being lied to by crooked politicians who are not really communist or socialist or Marxist, but these politicians realize, hey, here is a political base for me, my stepping stone to power. And if Barack Obama comes to mind, that's good, because that's what I intend. Chicanos, Muslim, Negroes, inner city Negroes, if all these people like this could be unified and connected somehow, you know, like through the internet, for example, so they could all turn out en masse and also volunteer to spam internet sites such as YouTube. You know, I think even I could get elected president of the United States if I had backing like that. My cats would vote for me if I lied to them, or if I promised, you know what, I'm not going to give you tender victuals, I'm going to promise you tender victuals, and I'm going to do my best to make my neighbors pay for it. As you reproduce and become 100 cats and 500 cats and 10,000 cats, all demanding tender victuals, I will be ensconced in power forever. All I have to do is give speeches. That's the only thing I need to excel at, is giving speeches. I need not accomplish anything. I need not have any credentials. I am a cat community organizer.